An easy way for you or your child to understand that how their actions have consequences, whether good consequences or bad ones. And human beings all impact one another in a good way or in a bad way. So if you do, whether you do something good or you do something bad, it's going to, your action is going to, more often than not, it's going to impact not just one person, but it has the potential to impact a lot of people. As we're all connected and we interact with one another, that's also why actually that's how anything works, okay? And that's why actually one spiritually, for example, awakened person has the capability of waking up a lot of others, okay? Just by being themselves, just by being authentic, just by speaking their truth, and just by, spreading that light, spreading that joy, and, living their life and their purpose, and being themselves, being authentic, right? So their energy motivates others. It uplifts others, and it spreads. That spreads, just like positivity or negativity, right? And so I'm just building this just to show you guys how we all impact one another, okay? So let's just say that this individual right here, okay, just came up to this individual, okay, and let's just say they yelled at them, right? And so this individual, right, maybe perhaps they were in a really bad mood, right? And so they decided to, instead of dealing with their problems, right, or just maybe going into nature and, I don't know, journaling, right, or taking their energy, their negative energy out on something more productive, something, or just maybe just feeling their emotions, right? Just feeling them, just sitting with those nasty emotions and just feeling them and letting them go, right? But instead, this person decided to act unconsciously, right? And so they decided to yell at this person, okay? And so they started yelling at this person, and guess what? Guess what they did? They just did. Because of the fact that this person was rude and mean to this person, perhaps this next person's mood was impacted, right? And so they started feeling sad. Maybe they were already feeling sad. Maybe they already felt, not so great, right? But because this person came up to this person, they yelled at them, right? This person's mood changed, right? And they started feeling really, really down, and even worse than they felt before, right? And so maybe this person, once again, because this person, is experiencing a really, really bad and low mood now too, they went up to another person, right? And they yelled at them, or they were rude to them because of their own low mood, right? And so this person's day maybe was okay, right? But once again, it was ruined by this person, right? And so on, guys. So you get the idea, right? But I'm going to give you an example of something positive, right? And so positivity can spread the same way. Okay, so you might think that you're just impacting this person's mood, right, by being positive and by saying good things to them, and perhaps by speaking to them in a certain way that they can appreciate, right, with respect and with dignity. And I don't know, right, perhaps you give them a compliment, right, or you make them feel special, right, in one way or another. Okay, and so this can be anyone, right? And so your positivity just uplifted this person's mood, right? And guess what this person is gonna do? They're going to continue to smile, right? And they're more likely to spread this this way, right? And so it's gonna be like a domino effect, right? And so your action, like this domino, right? It didn't impact just one person. Your positive action actually ended up impacting many, many, many people, right? And this can go on and on and on, right? And so, of course, this cycle, right, can be stopped for various reasons, right? It can be stopped, for example, if something negative is happening, right? Then, you know, perhaps this other person is aware, let's just say it's a negative interaction, right? So this person is aware of the fact that it's not personal, right? The attack wasn't personal. So they can brush it off, right? They can brush it off, and they're by being conscious of the fact that it wasn't personal, the interaction has everything to do with this person, right? This person can go on and have a pretty decent mood still, right? And they're not gonna take their bad mood or the fact that their mood was ruined, right, on another person and another, right? And so they're like the chain, they're like the cycle breaker, right? In every way, guys, okay? When it comes to they're like the cycle breaker in every way, right? Even when it comes to dealing with other people and the interactions that they have, right? So it's a very powerful being. It's a powerful individual. So someone who is conscious and aware, right, is going to break these chains, okay? And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you like this example. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Much love to you guys.